think of your flow. You have all these creative pings coming in from the source, okay? It's essentially electrical energy, and it's pinging in all the time. And you're not aware of it. Nobody is pointing to it. Like me, and you're waiting for results. I'm impatient, and I want it now, and I want to know what it is and when it's going to be. But the creator doesn't really work that way. So do the scribbling exercise is to make a box. So I go, this is my prayer. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just 4 lines, and it connects in a square. But this releases the creative tension. So it doesn't really matter whether you make anything out of it or not. You can, you can fill the box up. If you want to move down here and do another one. And if you do a series of them, I think you'll find that this thread will evolve. So think of it like a giant ball of yarn or a sweater, and you have pulled on the thread, and it starts to unravel this conversation with the creator. And at first, it just looks like a big tangled up ball of yarn, and that's okay. The point is to just see where it goes. This helps you create space for the creative flow and a precious place to keep it. So this is a sacred book. Think of it as a prayer book. And a prayer is not a message that I send to the creator. A prayer is me being willing to be receptive to the creator's message. And I don't really understand what it is. I'm just willing to take dictation, and the dictation looks like this scribbly stuff at first. I use just these wire-bound journals, blank journals. Sometimes I get ones that are lined, but I like the ones that are wire-bound because they fold back on themselves. Americans have a tendency to step over the importance of the incubation period because we are really goal-oriented, and I'm guilty as charged. And so there's this constant conversation that you can have with the creator within yourself when you open yourself up to this little dialogue. And this framework it contains it. It makes the edges are important. The edges are really important, but you don't have to obsess over the shape and making it perfect or any of that nonsense. Just, this is my prayer, done. And then just start scribbling. Release whatever's present. Like right now, I feel really energized, not confused, but pretty high level energy. And there's a lot going on in my personal life. There's a lot of ideas. There's things going on in my garden, just lots going on. So, I can hardly keep it inside the box. If you're knitting the sweater up, you're knitting to see what it's going to look like when you get it done. This is kind of the opposite. You're pulling the end and unraveling this conversation to see where it goes. And that's what I did that created these paintings. You could just fill the whole page, but I would highly recommend making the box. You can put 2 boxes on a page, and you can, it's fine if you start making them into something, and it's fine if you write words in them. I mean, it's all you're doing is recording stream of consciousness. So you could think of it as if you haven't done any creative work, a lot of folks will tell me, I took art in college and I've wanted to do it and I just retired, but I haven't touched it in 50 years. So I don't know where to start, or something along that line. And what I'm saying is that this is where you can start.